So what did you do?
I did exactly what I wanted to do.
Which was what? Again?
All things. A-L-L.
Hey, you know what they say? That I'm gonna give you one more chance. They always say that.
Oh, yeah. I think I'll give you one more chance.
Bulletproof.
Then I guess I'll take the job. What is the job?
What is up, pimps and players? It is your boy, Dakosity, back to you with another video for reals on God. Today, we're going to be talking about that wonderful show that I just played a clip for you. I hope that I remember to do that. 12 Ounce Mouse. Yes, that is a real thing that aired on Adult Swim for 3 seasons. For 3 seasons, this thing that looks like something your child would come to you and put on the fridge, you know, like with the little cartoons that they draw, you know, like, hey, mommy, come here, look at the rat I made. And it's like the most repulsive, idiotic, avant-garde bullshit you've ever seen in your entire life. Like, they didn't even draw in between the lines. It's ridiculous. But, you know, you have to tell them, you know, oh man, it looks great, because they're your kid. And, you know, if you make them cry too many times, the government takes them away. And you can't have that because they're really good tax credits. Anyway, back to the point of the video. 12 Ounce Mouse. In this video, we're just gonna be doing general video essay stuff, right? I'm just gonna go over the show. I'm gonna play you lots of funny moments. We're gonna talk about the plots, the characters. The characters are really funny. I can't wait to get into those, especially the bartender. Oh my god, dude, this show's so funny, bro. I knew it would be like crazy and kind of almost like Smiling Friends, but more raw. But oh man, I was not prepared for this. Anyways, my name is Dakosity. You probably already knew that. If not, you didn't. Like and subscribe, and check out my other videos if you end up enjoying it. But let's just hop right in to the plot, or a general plot of the whole show. I'm not doing a deep dive into this thing. I would lose my mind trying to break down what actually happens into this, because wow, this show is autistic as hell. Okay, so before I attempt to give you a plot synopsis of this monstrosity, I'm going to give you like a brief setup here. 12 Ounce Mouse aired on Adult Swim in 2005 to 2006, and then eventually came back on 2020. In 2020, that's when during the big virus hit. And it's created by Matt Malero, as I already said. He made Aqua Teen Hunger Force. He worked on Perfect Forever. You know, like he's one of the goats of Adult Swim. I've covered a ton of his work on this channel already. It's very, I guess, a lo-fi animation. I don't know what to call it. Very low budget, I guess. They're literal drawings on copier paper that he then scanned and animated. One of my favorite characters, Rhoda, who is the bartender that we see in episode 1 and throughout the series, of course, because obviously we're going to see the bartender a lot when Fitz, the main character, the mouse, is a drunk. But Rhoda is very special because Matt Malero drew him. He drew Rhoda on the back of Perfect Hair Forever's script. So when he scanned it, we now see Perfect Hair Forever on his body. We see Coffeo talking about Catman on his body, and they just kept it like that because why wouldn't you? It's funny. This show is like an inside joke. It's for some reason feels like you and the creators are like good close friends, and you're saying stuff that to random people is complete and utter nonsense, but you get it. You get it, and it's effing hilarious. Except I don't know Matt Malero. I don't know anyone on Adult Swim, yet for some reason, I find these shows incredibly funny. Despite, you know, if you take a step back, you realize it's brain rot garbage.
Dear Dad, I have spent over 10 years and $94,000 putting together my mosquito costume, and now I am pleased to announce that I have become a mosquito. The costume is quite realistic, and I have even attached bladders to the nose thing so I can soak up liquids when I puncture them with my nose thing. I could be buzzing all around you on a hot summer day, and you wouldn't even recognize me as your son child. You would just think, get away, mosquito. From my point of view, you would be 3,000 dads because of the way I've designed the eyeballs. I might be saying, Dad, it's me, but you wouldn't be able to understand my language because of its buzzing. I am also into plastics now, and I am making plastic tubes that you can suck liquids through, kind of like my mosquito nose, but used for different reasons. Hope you're doing well at camp. See you soon. Mosquito thing. I don't know who that is.
It should not be good, but it is. All right, anyway. The episodes are around 12 minutes, which feel like an eternity sometimes because they really like to stretch out those long pauses, right? Literally just sitting on one frame as a joke constantly. It's like a very raw version of Smiling Friends almost. Not to mention that the episodes are incredibly incoherent. There is an overarching story going on here, but man, the episodes just end. They just start, and in between, man, it doesn't make any sense. For example, there's one episode called Star Wars 7, I think, where we see Fitz and Skillet, who Skillet is the squirrel best friend of Fitz, who is an actual rodent, literally the most best drawn character there. I gotta stop saying literally. What am I, a 15-year-old girl on TikTok? Like, what's wrong with me? I'm a grown-ass man. We see them escape in this big explosion with rockets and guns and everything, and you know, you think it's gonna be a real impactful episode, and it just cuts to the shark, who's the villain, and a rectangle in a car, and that's the whole episode. They're just trying to fix the car. The rectangle goes in, and he's trying to find a bejeweled harmonica that he wants to buy, and it keeps just sitting on these frames where you just see the harmonicas, and it's, oh man, there's a giant wall of the same harmonica over and over and over and over and over and over again, and then the shark is just trying to fix the car, and that's the whole episode. They spent like 10 minutes just going between the shark making small comments trying to fix the car, and then rectangular businessman browsing this store, barely having any frames in it. They got paid to do this, and you know what, this is one of my favorite episodes because of it.
I had no idea there would be this many harmonicas. Oh look, I'm back.
Did you buy a harmonica?
Did you get the car started?
Did you get your harmonica started?
And yeah, so season 1, very chaotic. Season 2 is more of a thriller, and then season 3, again, we'll get to that. We'll get to all of these. I'm just giving I guess a fundamental breakdown of everything, right? We're gonna dive a little deeper very soon. Do you like me jingling the keys? Do you like me, you know, giving you something that it's not gonna be as satisfying as you think? This is content creation 101, ladies and gentlemen. Once you start looking for it, you're gonna see it everywhere, especially in shorts. They tell you oh, it's gonna be crazy, and then you see it's the worst thing ever, but you already watched the whole video. They already got what they wanted out of you. Become different. Go outside. Go to the church. Get big. Start a family. Eat healthy. Anyways, yeah, so that's just the general setup of this entire show. Now, we're gonna dive into the plot. Kind of. I know. I just told you I would dive into the plot, but I actually just remembered I should probably tell you about the characters before I talk about the characters doing things. That's probably a good idea, isn't it? Starting off, we got our main character, Mouse Fitzgerald, who is the, you know, he's drunk, sad, might be a spy, probably a god. I don't know what's going on. He talks very slow and then very fast sometimes, and likes to shoot. There's lots of shooting in this show. It's very action-packed, despite looking like a 2-year-old druid. Then there's Skillet. His name is Fitz. Fitz's best friend Skillet, who is a chinchilla who screeches actual chinchilla noises or something. That's all he ever does. He's got jets. He rides jets. He shoots like rocket boosters out of him sometimes to fly and jump, and this is the best friend you could possibly have, Skillet, honestly. He shoots people. He's the best character in this entire show, and all he ever says is, you know, I'll play it. I was gonna make it the sound myself, but you know what? You should see this.
We should rob that bank.
And there's Shark, a literal blue shark. He runs everything, might be immortal, I don't know. But he's actually just a guy, we find out, because obviously this whole thing's a simulation. But Fitz is still a rat. Fitz is still a mouse, right? He's still a mouse in reality, at least the reality we see. Everyone else is a guy. Rectangular businessman. He's a greedy rectangle. He talks kind of slow. He plays off Shark very well. He's just too rich to die. Another one of my favorite characters is the Peanut Cop. His dialogue is him trying to hold back laughs constantly. Probably at just having to read the script. I would too giggle reading some of these lines and just what's happening in the show.
Whoa.
Did you bring the leg?
Was I supposed to?
I'll be your Kruger, and you can be my Nancy girl.
Oh, look, he got it.
He's probably stoned and possibly a sleeper agent. There's Rooster, who is the kind of conspiracy theorist dude. New guy, who's just this guy constantly playing a little song, doing his little dance. As mentioned before, Rhoda, who is the bartender with the script as his body. I love him so much. Pronto, who is he's a villain. Look at him. Look at these characters, dude. I can't. And Amalok, who is weirdly animated better than everything else. And it's just a ravaging monster beast from the underworld. Ooh, and there's Eye, who is an eyeball. And there's also Evil Eye, who is a clone that's evil of Eye. Or something. I don't remember. Golden Joe. Everyone loves Golden Joe. I mean, he's constantly screaming really loudly. I mean, how couldn't he? Look at him. He's got that giant ass mouth. Spider. Everyone loves Spider. And how could I forget Bubsy, who's voiced by I forget his name. He's the guy who voices Gazpacho in Chowder.
I'll probably get more tonight.
Who the hell's sending you all these pizzas?
My shrink.
I love him. He helps get Fitz out of Invictus, like the second simulation. It's very poggers. He comes in and kills the spider and shit. And then there's Liquor, who sells, get this, liquor. And remember that woman that I was talking about that turned into a man? Guess what her name is? It's Man Woman.
Oh, come on, baby.
Manpower go.
This show is ingenious. I'm not talking about the season 3 characters. I don't care enough about them to remember their names. Maybe Industry Man, because that is the clock. You know the clock. Remember the clock? Apparently that's an actual guy. It turns into a guy. You know what? I'm just doing the plot here. The plot fits. He's doing odd jobs for the shark. He gets hired. He's robbing banks. He's helping businessmen get to one location to another in his super awesome rocket car. That's a taxi somehow. All the while, Shark and Rectangular Businessman, they're watching him. They're watching him from the base. And Fitz starts to realize, oh man, these weird flashing images on screen. People keep repeating phrases. People who died are now coming back. It's almost like they're stuck in time. Time does not move here, and you can see that by the fact that the clock, who's constantly moving around on the wall with the weird, annoying sound, does not change. The clock's hand, you know, they say a clock is, even a broken clock is right twice a day. Well, this clock is right all the time because it never changes its goddamn hands. Lots of action and shooting and explosions later. Fitz finally realizes that he is in fact in a simulation. At the end of season 2, of course. But it doesn't end there. In season 3, eventually they're in a new town, dealing with Industry Man. And characters who died off in the Invictus special somehow are back in their character forms. Which means, is this another simulation? I'm not sure. Like I said, season 3 was, you know, I wasn't high enough, I guess. I don't take drugs myself, so I couldn't really understand what was going on. Season 1 and 2, at least coherent. Season 3, you know, I watched it, and that's about it. But you don't really watch this for the plot, right? You enjoy this show like a cult classic. The cheap animation that somehow really fits the show and its comedy. You know, actually watching it, obviously you go into it, it's like, oh man, this looks like shit. But actually watching it, it fits. It never took me out of enjoying the comedy and what was happening on screen. The art actually fits it so well. And the minimalist Down syndrome sound design also helps it a lot. There's rarely ever background music. If there is music, it's usually because Fitz is randomly jamming out, or there's an action scene and there's some crazy band playing in the background. But there's lots of dead air. Like I said, this is Smiling Friends, but way more raw. The dialogue gets very monotone, very weird. They're never emotionally synced with like the other character that they're talking to. You can see this from the very beginning in the episode Hired. Fitz is saying a bunch of random crap. He's talking himself up, and the shark is just saying, good, yes, of course. Well, then that sounds like you're hired and stuff like that. In fact, maybe I should just play a clip. I don't. Why am I voicing it out? Why am I trying to remember? I'm doing all the work for you. Like, who are you? Not a guy who sent me $50. I know you owe me $50.
What's it like to be a shark?
Ow.
Nice. You need some help?
Wait. I'll do it.
Lots of subliminal messaging. Just like skulls, flash fires, hidden clues just flashing on screen for no reason. Time loops, no transitions between scenes, and scenes just cutting very awkwardly. Or the show flat out ending in the middle of the episode.
Hello?
Did you find my record? You found it, didn't you? Now spin it.
With this awesome opening. Oh my god, I should have covered the opening sooner, dude. The buildings, everything's exploding. We got this awesome sound in the background, the awesome song, and then this really cool logo shows up that was made in like MS Paint, or I guess not Adobe, a Windows Movie Maker. I'm not sure. It fits. Even the episode credits sometimes hide plot info and riddles. Also, for the Invictus special, the end song, which ends up being the end song for the show during season 3. Dude, why is the music in this show so good? I don't understand it. Probably because it's from the era I like all the music from. I don't know. Adult Swim always pumps out some crazy good music for some reason. Probably because they're into more rock and metal and stuff like that. And I'm that kind of guy, I guess, dude, this modern music sucks. I'm that kind of guy, I guess. I don't know. Give me anime openings and video game music any day of the week. Let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, my name's Dakosity, and welcome back to another fantastic YouTube video. What the hell am I doing? But yeah, season 1, chaotic, planting the seeds, the pills, the time loops, the memory glitches. Season 2 turns into this straight up conspiracy noir, gunfights, memory hackers, people die, kind of. And then season 3, the revival. Fitz returns with a mustache in a new simulation. Maybe. Villains are back. Nothing ends. I had a complete descent into madness watching this show. At the start of it, I was hyped and enjoyed the dead air. I started getting very suspicious around episode 3. Started Googling stuff at episode 6. Took notes and pause framed around episode 8. And then realized it was all a metaphor of my own existence by episode 10. I haven't slept. I have 3 Google Docs here, and I'm losing my mind. This is a cry for help. Please, God, help me. I spent a month thinking about making this video and didn't make it, and now I'm realizing that I don't have the gully to make this properly. But here's the thing. Should you watch 12 Ounce Mouse? Are you prepared to lose your mind like I have?
Yes.
Just watch it, please. I'm begging you. Join the hive mind. It is funny. Listen, if you like Smiling Friends or any Adult Swim show, you'll probably like this. It's not exactly like Smiling Friends. I keep making the comparison because I'm having a hard time thinking of any real thing that abuses dead air as much as Smiling Friends does, and incoherent stuff. But it really is like that. All right, this show is just watch it, please. I'm begging you. I'm begging you, go watch the show. I like it. Was this the best video essay you've ever seen? Probably not. I've made much better. This was more so I really wanted to make this incoherent, right? I didn't give myself the ability to write a full-on script because I wanted the video essay to mimic the show 12 Ounce Mouse, right? I wanted to be very incoherent, and I think I accomplished that. I'm very proud of myself for being lazy. But let me know if you enjoyed the video. I'm gonna start uploading again. I am in my new room. Look at this. I have this cool green screen behind me. Ooh, spooky. Ooh. And let me tell you, the setup's fantastic, and I can record whenever I feel like it here. I'm in a very good mood. I'm in Florida. Everything's very sunny all the time. I get to play basketball with groups of strangers constantly. And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I hope you have a fantastic day. Let me know any Adult Swim cartoons you enjoy and maybe would like to see me cover in the future. I also do anime and normal cartoons. I'm gonna be talking a lot on this from now on, all right? I'm getting back into the swing of things. I'm probably gonna do the Shivering Truth within a month. I know that, because it's made by the same guy who made Xavier Renegade Angel, or at least he works on it or voices it or something. He probably works on it, and he probably made it. I gotta see what was, you know, who made it, but it probably is him. It's the same fucking kind of humor, so made a video on that show too. Please check out my dialogue. My catalog, please, I beg you. Anyways, I hope you have a wonderful day. I love you, and God made you special, and he loves you very much. Remember Veggie Tales? I should cover that. That would be a curveball. That would be a curveball. All right, see ya.